X39 is a bodyweight workout with 3 main goals. We're gonna master the bodyweight training basics. We're going to boost mobility and metabolism, or what I like to call metabolic mobility. Plus, let's build some next level physical and mental stamina and endurance. She'll be done in 20 minutes. Let me break down each movement for you right now. First, let's get it. Multi-level down dog to push-up ladder. Here's what we're gonna do. We get set up in our good down dog position. I'm gonna inhale back, flatten my feet, and then push away at the arms to really stretch into the upper mid back. Come back here, and then if I can, add a push-up, inhale down, exhale up. Now, transfer to plank, hinge back, and this is where you'll really isolate movement through your thoracic spine or the upper mid back area. You're not gonna be able to get as back to the heels as normal because you're on a shorter lever here. We come here, and then you can add a scap push-up. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, so we'll go back to push-up. We'll repeat that process, and if you wanna really intensify and add the ladder component, now it's 2 push-ups. I'll go other side, plank transfer, and then it's here, and then I can also add 2 scap push-ups. Work it back up. Big time under tension drill, rest, pause as needed. So good for growing and mobilizing the shoulders. Great core training. Again, the down dog has so many different options to it, especially when you get dirty with Uncle Baby. Awesome 3-minute bodyweight squat workout. Every minute we widen the stance, but we start close. So I've got my wedgie set. We're gonna elevate the heel to allow us to get more range of motion through the hip and the knee and get more low quad stress and work around some ankle mobility restrictions, especially in the close stance. What I recommend doing is starting close to the first minute. All you gotta do is move 1. You just move it now to about hip width, and then the final minute, you'll move it wide enough so it's about shoulder width or wider. So that's the progression on this. And I don't want you to speed the reps up. This is all about mobility, all right? Which means range of motion plus control. So we'll go slow, inhale it down. Keep that trunk as upright as you can. Pause for a count in that end range. Exhale it up. A nice slow minute. Try to get, anywhere from, could be really slow 3 to 5 reps, or a little bit faster tempo, 10 reps in that minute. Then we go just a little bit wider in minute 2. Same concept here. As you get wider, it's easier to go deeper, but make sure we're not rounding the spine to get the depth. And then we finish in that kind of wide sumo style stance. Really stresses the adductors here. Keep the toes as forward as you can. That's part of what the slant board allows for. Good pause, own it. You can even add a little bit of pulsing there if you wanted, and come back through. So close, medium, wide, 1 minute each, 3 minutes of total time under tension, but make sure no more than 10 reps per minute, and you might even find that 3 to 5 slow reps per minute is probably like the ideal mobility, stability kind of tempo. So enjoy this one, smoke those legs, and really focus on your form and technique. Upright trunk, upright trunk. You can do it on the floor, by the way. Best results with the wedgies. This exercise is what happens when a scorpion makes sweet love to a spider. Great for hip mobility, and we're gonna keep progressing that down dog for full body mobility, stability, and fitness. So here's what we do. We'll get on one leg first, pick it up. I'm gonna do that normal 1 leg down dog. Push back, try to get that heel flat to really stretch the calf and hamstring. Drive that heel up to get the hip into extension, but then also roll that hip over to the side while keeping your shoulders square. So I get that extra hip rotation. As I come back through, inhale down. Oh, that's that spider. Come back up, and then I'm gonna switch sides. So drive back first, extend that heel up, and then roll it over the top, keeping the shoulders square. And you notice my right side's a bit tighter, so I'm gonna spend a little more time here. I might even do a couple extra like scorpion stingers to kind of stretch it out a bit, and come back, and then lower, and just keep switching sides. Now, BJ, this is impossible. Correct, it's tough. You can rest, pause as needed. Couple modifications, right? You got wrist issues. We can elevate the heel of the hand. You want to make it more of a stretch for the wrist. We elevate the fingers. Now, elevating the hands on the push-up bars, that's gonna allow you to probably get in better positions, especially if you're super tight in your hips. So you can see, being here, it's much easier for me to kind of get that push back and then kind of roll over the top. I just have the ability to kind of better own the position, better leverage, and then I can still do the spider push-up on top of that. But again, modify as much as you need to. And again, you can also off days, you can practice this for more time in this higher angle position too. All right? So that's how you modify it. You can also do the scorpion down dog only and cut the spider, but I want to show you the whole bevy of options. This is one of the most underrated bodyweight quad workouts of all time. Also so good for strengthening the knees. I actually want you to start heels elevated on your slant boards if possible. You can do this on the floor, no problem, but again, elevating the heels means I can squat taller and deeper, get more low quad stress, and get more range of motion through the hip and knee. It also allows me to kind of transfer into the bear position seamlessly. So we get here, and you can just basically kind of squat down and move out into bear shape. And all we're gonna do here is from the bear position, and by the way, even just holding this is gonna smoke the quads, but it does unload our legs a bit. All I'm gonna do is exhale forward, inhale back. Just kind of like I'm at the bottom of a squat here, but in the bear shape, and I'm really trying to target my low quads. You wanna feel the low quads right around the knee. 30 seconds there. You're gonna walk back, sit into your squat, try to get those good 90-degree angles, and then it's smoking. And then next 30, go right back to the bear. Now, the beauty of elevating the toes here is I can really push off the balls of the feet, and that's what really helps me get active around the knees, all right? To strengthen those puppies. Walk it back to your next round. Again, if you can get a little bit lower, that's great. But this, again, versus the floor, I can really get tall. The more upright my trunk, less spinal stress, more quad stress. I can do it on the floor if you have your individual slant boards. I could also play with each minute, though it can kind of mess up the flow a bit. I can widen them out. Closer stance is hardest. The wider the stance, the easier it is to kind of get down there. But you can play with your stance width as well, or you can go with the single wedge option, which gives you a little more grounding stability. You can do it on the floor, okay? But I want to show you the best option to access the unique training angles that help you get the most out of the exercises while minimizing stress in the joints, if not adding more resilience. So great little sequence. Smoke it out. It does look a little bit sexual, the pumping in the bear, okay? But it's highly effective. The opposite arm leg down dog, super advanced mobility exercise. You can even add a push-up on top of that. You want to go crazy, but we got to get there with stepping stones. So the uneven grip action will help us do that. We'll be on one leg, and the uneven grip action shifts a little more weight to one side without having to be fully on one arm at a time, because that's a real big jump in progression. So I'm gonna elevate my fingers to get more wrist stretch. I could also pin these and bias it heel of hand elevated to make it easier on the wrist if you have wrist issues. But I get set like this, and I'm gonna do a one arm down dog like that. Come back, drive it into extension. I'm gonna come through and add a little knee tuck for the hip flexors, really push away at the shoulders. If I don't push away enough at the scap, I sink, and then my foot and knee is gonna touch. So really push away there. Then I'll come back. And when I do an uneven push-up, I want most of the weight on the forearm. Then I'm gonna switch hands and feet. Come back, stretch. We got plenty of time here, so take the time. You can even spend time here just doing some pumps. This is my tight side, so I like to really spend time flattening that heel. Come through with that knee drive, come back. All right, and just keep working that. We'll keep switching legs each rep and hand setups, okay? So that uneven grip. It's also helping you build up to single arm push-up strength as well. So it's gonna help bridge the gap between the big jump and stability from only 3 points of contact in the floor to 2. So use this progression, smoke it out, and rest pause as needed. See that? Uncle Baby moist. Assume the position, wide sumo stance. Still keep the toes as forward as you can. A slight flare is acceptable. Now I want you to kind of sink down there, and again, hands can be here initially or right here or ready like this. We're gonna do our walk. Mix between an exhale and inhale each step. Slow, and you can see they're slow and methodical in the manner that this toe, or the back toe, is kind of aligned with the heel of the lead leg. And I'm staying low as if there's a ceiling right here. I don't want to be popping up and down. Now, instead of standing up and turning back and going the other way, we're going to add progression now, stay low, and then trace it back. And as you step back, you actually kind of feel yourself sitting more into the hip. So it's actually gonna help you with the mobility on this, but also a much more challenging locomotion pattern, being able to squat, walk backwards. And then, you know, if you need to kind of shake it out between reps and get back down, you can, but try to stay low the whole time. You can do some pulsing, just kind of rest, shake it out a bit, but keep having fun, staying low and working that pattern. Such a great finisher. We spent the whole workout sending blood to the joints, warming things up. That can be kind of tough sometimes cold, but once you're warm, it's an excellent way to finish it off. Pump up those legs and build some real mental endurance. These legs, by the way, they can go as long as your mind allows it. So let this be a mental test to finish off a great bodyweight workout. I know you can do it. If you feel like this is problematic for you, maybe don't go down as deep, okay? Pause as needed and add it to your off-day practice. I want you to go ahead and save this to the archives for another one of those amazing metabolic mobility workouts. You're feeling really wound down, tight, depressed, upset, stressed from work, okay? Let's get some stuff accomplished. It's not gonna beat you down like a really super tough workout. It'll actually open you up, energize you, and unwind all that tightness from the stress of a workday. Great for hotel rooms as well. It's only a 20-minute equipment-free workout. And again, our wedgies, they travel with you too, like a championship defense. So enjoy this workout. Make your post-workout report in the comment section below. You're done in 20 minutes. Rest pause as needed, okay? Some of these moves are gonna really challenge you. Do the best you can. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't. Love you guys. Peace.
Go.
Halfway.
Rest. go.
Halfway. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. half weight. Rest.